Hi, fifth graders. This is Mrs. Fernanda. You ready for your spelling test? This week, we're going to have 22 words. So if you'd like to pause the video right now and write numbers 1 through 22 down the left side of your paper, and then you can unpause the video and we will begin. Remember, as always, you can pause the video after every word if you want to. You can make this go as slowly as you need to go, so you do your best work. At the end of the video, I will tell you that to pause again if you want to go back and check before we look at the answers together. The first two words are application words. I talked about that yesterday. Those are words that see whether you've been listening to the rules, learning the rules of the spelling and not just studying the list. Okay, you ready? Number 1, the word is quitting. He will be quitting the team after the season. Quitting. Think about your base word. Think about whether it answers the questions for adding endings and doubling the consonant. Number 2 is mixed. I mixed up the casserole ingredients. Mixed. Again, remember the rules and remember the special letter rules. Number 3, airplane. The airplane taxied to the gate. Airplane. It is a compound word. Number 4, muddy. Playing by the creek made her shoes muddy. Muddy. Same thing applies. Think of your base word. Think about the rules for doubling your consonants and whether it's necessary or not. Number 5, the word is meatless. He will have a meatless lunch. He's a vegetarian. Meatless. Number 6, misled. The tracking hound was misled and followed the wrong scent. Misled. We've got a prefix and a base word. Number 7, rays. The sun's rays warmed the water in the pool. Rays. Number 8, throw. She will throw the ball to the catcher. Throw. Remember again, pause if I'm going too fast. It's totally fine. Throw. Number 9, pre-flight. The flight attendant explained the pre-flight procedures. Pre-flight. There's a prefix and a base word. Number 10, trotting. The horses were trotting together in the pasture. Trotting. Base word. Ask yourself the questions. Number 11, goals. We scored both goals in the second half of the game. Goals. Number 12, cage. The hamster's cage was left open and it got out. Cage. Do you remember that rule? Number 13, twice. She checked her homework twice before turning it in. Twice. Long I sound, rhymes with ice, right? Number 14, o'clock. At 4 o'clock, I will meet my friend at the library. O'clock is a contraction of the clock, which is very funny, I think. O'clock. Number 15, weed. My dad said we'd leave for the game at noon. It's a contraction, weed. Number 16, I know that was quick, but it was a really short word. Unwrapped. He unwrapped his gift and thanked his grandparents. Unwrapped. We've got our prefix, base word, deciding whether to double our consonant and adding our suffix. Number 17 is paid. We paid for the tickets at the ticket booth. Paid. Which long A spelling are you going to use in the middle of that word? Number 18, there. Now listen carefully. They brought their backpacks on the hike. There. Number 19, piece. Listen again because it's got a homophone, right? Just like the last one. He had a piece of watermelon at the picnic. Piece. Number 20, that'll. She said that'll be all she needs. That'll. Such a funny word to say all by itself, but it's a contraction, right? Number 21, beard. My father shaved off his beard. Beard. So you're really thinking of which long E sound you're going to use, spelling you're going to use there. And number 22, squeeze. I will squeeze 2 oranges from my juice this morning. Squeeze. All right, those are the 22 words. I hope you did well. I bet you studied hard, and I believe you did well. You need to pause the video right now if you want to check over your work, because I'm about to share the answers. So pause now if you need to. Whoops, wrong one. Here we go. Okay, the first word is quitting. Quitting is the base word is quit. It follows all the rules, so we're going to double the T and add ing. Mixed, the base word is mix. We can't double the X, even though it follows all the rules, and we add ed. Airplane, we have the AI spelling of air at the beginning and the A consonant E spelling at the end. Remember, P-L-A-I-N is on the plane or eating a plain bagel. Muddy, our base word is mud. We're going to double the D, add the long E sound at the end for the polysyllabic word mud, muddy. The Y takes the long E sound. Meatless, meat, the EA sound. Less is our suffix meaning without, so without meat. Misled, we have our prefix mis and our base word led. Raise, we're going to use the A spelling, the long A spelling AY, and just add the S at the end. Throw, we're going to use that long O spelling OW that we typically see at the end of a word. Pre-flight, here is our prefix, and here is the IGH in flight to make the long I sound, IGH. Trotting, we have our base word trot. It follows all the rules, so we're going to double the T here and add ing as our suffix at the end there. Goals, we have a long O sound in the middle, spelled O-A. And cage, we have the A consonant E for the long A sound. And then if you remember the little trick that the J sound in that one syllable word following a long vowel is going to be spelled with a G, not a J. Twice, I hear that long I consonant E. That consonant is C. In order to have the C make the S sound, we need to have the E at the end. And the E is also helping the I say its name. It has 2 functions in this word. O'clock, of the clock, O apostrophe and then clock. Weed, the base of the contraction is we apostrophe D. The apostrophe takes the place of W-O-L, right? Unwrapped, we have the prefix un, the base word wrap, which starts with that silent W, but it's still a one syllable word, wrap. So we're going to double the P and add ED as our ending. Paid, long A sound is AI. There, remember, always start with THE. It was possessive. They're wearing, I forget, their backpacks. So IR at the end. Piece, a piece of watermelon. I before E, except after C. Of course, here we have the CE at the end there, and you can see the E is helping the C say the S sound. That'll, we've got that apostrophe, that will. The apostrophe takes the place of the W and the I, and then of course LL for the rest of will. Beard, my dad shaved off his beard. We have a long E sound here spelled EA, and then the RD at the end. Squeeze, we have the long E sound spelled with EE, and then we have silent E at the end here to follow this Z. You can pause the video right there and continue to check. Remember, if you get one wrong, just cross through it one time and write the correct word next to it. Take a picture of it and turn it into your teacher on Seesaw. I will see you again next week, 5th graders. Nice work this week.